You are being enslaved. And the worst part is, you don't even know that you're being enslaved. And the reason that is because the way that you're being enslaved is things that are being put into your mind. You are being programmed by a variety of ways to have a slave mindset. And because of that, you are living in a state of mental poverty and slavery. That sounds a little weird, but it's very provable. And the way that this is happening is you are, and I was, raised to think a certain way. You and I have cultural norms, education norms from school, from, governments, society that reinforces what they're taught. And this makes us think the world works a certain way. And because of that, we try to live in a world that's not real. This type of stuff I'm talking about, some people call it paradigms. Some people, they call it a matrix that you exist in. I try to just think of it very simply as just you're living with certain habits that don't even work. Now, there's been a lot of people in history have broken out of these things. So there's even people right now who have broken out of these ideas. For example, a lot of people are taught that getting a job is the way to success and having security in life. Now, just saying that alone is programming so much into your mind you don't even realize it. For example, they're telling you what you should want. They're telling you that security is the primary goal. They're telling you that consistency in a lifestyle is the goal. That having some type of future that is, guaranteed, when that's just not how the universe works. Civilization changes. It's always in a state of change. Now, it does have to follow certain rules. Unfortunately, those rules aren't taught to you. And it's never going to stay static. How many people here, I'm 31 now, have seen the stock market, let's say, for example, crash multiple times now already? 2000.com, 2008 financial crisis, 2020, the COVID thing, right? There's always a state of change in everything. It's the constant. But look, a lot of the reason maybe you have struggle with, financial issues or social issues, that's another big one, is because you keep trying to use systems that aren't designed to help you. They're designed to help other people who are teaching you these things. And some of the people, look, maybe you had a school teacher, they were a nice person, they were trying to help you best they could. They themselves probably didn't understand what they were teaching you wasn't really there to help you. So look, this stuff, very self-evident. If you're getting bad results in life, you need to think about what's in your mind. Why is what I am trying to do not working? I keep trying to do it this way, and it's not giving me the results I want. This is a trap. And look, if you want to change what you're getting out of life, your results, etc., then you have to change how you think. It all comes down to what's in your mind. How are you programmed? Now, a more correct way to look at life is, am I here just to pile up the money, to get all the wealth? Am I here to have a house? Am I here to, go on vacations? You're not here to have those things. Those things are supposed to be there for you. Why? Well, I think it's so that you can develop, so that you can grow internally and what most people for all of history would call spiritually. I think that the whole point is so that you progress as an individual, and this causes your, environment to progress as well. Okay. Now, let's make this simple. You're doing a 9-to-5, or you're doing college, something like that, school education. It's really bright out here today. And you're trying to make progress to spend your time on more of the things that you want, right? But you're not getting there. You're doing what you were told to do, and you're just, every time you feel like you're about to get your head above water, you go back under. An unforeseen expense comes up. You have some bad luck with dating, and you try to make a relationship. The other person that you make a relationship with, for whatever reason, they end it. They're not happy with you. They're not happy with the situation. Or maybe you're not happy with them, right? It's because you're trying to make it work in a way that it's not supposed to work. Okay. A lot of this stuff, for example, a job, a job, they tell you if you work for one person, then you will have security, because that one person will always give you a paycheck. Here's the thing. That one person may not always be there. They may not always have money for you. Their business may go under and you get fired. They go in a downturn in the economy, and then they end up having to lay off people so they can keep the company running and keeping themselves paid. Job security isn't a real thing. It doesn't exist. You'll get fired just as fast as everyone else when the economy goes down, unless you're some hyper special person who is essential to operations. You have to realize that what makes you valuable and brings you in wealth is your skills. What can you accomplish? What can you make happen in the real world? Right? What can you actually do that produces a result, irregardless of who you work for? It's not about having the degree. It's not about having the certificate. It's not about having any type of paperwork that tells you you can do it. It's about reality. Can reality tell you that you can do it? I learned this very, very well through the trades. When I was young, I started out doing construction. It didn't matter what it was that I said I learned. If you have to build a house, all that matters is can you build the house? Can you produce the result? This is what I think is missing completely from our education system. It's not results based. It's based off of memorization and passing tests. Now, if you can learn how to be results based, you can learn how to make money no matter what. Look at this. This is a tree. Okay, cool, it's a tree. What does it matter? You can make money off of this tree. There's a lot of ways to do it. You can turn it into something. You can get rid of it. You can grow another one. There's all types of ways to make money from it. But look, what matters is not if you learned how to do something with it, not if you got an education about trees, learning about, well, this is a specific species of tree, it's, this tall, it usually grows here, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not how you make money off of trees. You don't make money about learning about trees. You make money by doing something with a tree. If you can learn how to cut down trees and then go cut it down for somebody, maybe there's a tree that's hanging over someone's house, and in the next big storm, it's probably going to fall over and land on their house. Well, that tree needs to be removed so that those people can be safe. If you can learn how, and once you learn, actually do something about it, meaning you could cut down the tree without it falling on the house, you can absolutely make money off of that. You could charge someone for it. And guess what? There's only about 7 trillion trees on the planet. You'll never run out of trees to cut down. Believe me, people think that it's bad to cut down trees because you'll get rid of them all. You have no idea how hard it is to maintain property that has a bunch of trees. The second you cut one down, there's 20 more that grow up, and then you have to take care of those trees, and it's never ending. I'm getting a little fired up here because I'm upset for you. I'm upset for the lies that you've been taught. Education is a vehicle. It's not the end goal. You've been programmed to think that your education is what makes you valuable. It's not the education. You need to be programmed or open your mind to new ideas. What's important is how you personally receive or perceive reality and how you can affect it. I hope I'm making some sense here to you guys. This video maybe could be a little more concise and a little more clear. But look, if you want to improve your life, if you want to get out of this slave kind of mindset, and you want to start taking control of the world around you, if you just start understanding how the world actually operates and actually functions, you can go out and affect it because you understand it. All right? Now, how do you do this? You have to go out and you have to seek understanding on your own, how things work and operate. You have to go out and not just get one perspective. You have to get many perspectives. And once you take all those perspectives and you put them together, you'll start to see what the commonalities are and what real truth is. And when you understand real truth about the nature of reality, you'll begin to be able to navigate it, to actually affect it well. And you won't be a slave. You'll be a ruler in this reality because you will rule reality. You'll have an effect on it. You won't just be doing what you're told. You'll be able to take control and make things happen. And you'll be able to take control of your own life when you truly understand, not just are educated. The way I did this was I read a lot of books on a lot of different topics, a lot of variety of how people think, from everything from, I read, Iran I read, Karl Marx about how the economy works. Thomas Sowell. I learned about the Keynesians. And then I would learn other things about religion, from Eastern religions to Christian religions, pagan religions. And you start to understand how things really operate. Even about, social dynamics. So what you want in life is to not be programmed. Because when you're programmed, you're going to operate in that program. And you're going to do what that program has programmed you to do. You need to get in alignment with reality and truth. Because I've done this, I've been able to take control of my life, make plenty of money for me and others, and start actually living out life the way that I want it, in the way that I think is best. Okay, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope it made some sense to you. Let me know if it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo I'm talking about here, or if anything resonated with you. I appreciate your time. Have a good one.